Gad? Probably was. Gad was a tribe, and so a tribal leader, pretty close to a king. Nebuchadnezzar was an evil king. Yeah.
No, he was good.
King David?
Depends on what side you're on. King David. Okay. Dan was another tribal head, so he would have been like a king, but a leader, but not quite the same.
Oh, come on.
King Josiah. Okay, Josiah was a king.
Where's Joey? Oh, Joey's in bed.
Ahaz?
No.
Yeah, Ahaz was a king.
Jesus!
And Jesus, hey, that's a good answer. Jesus is always the right answer. If you guys ever get stuck. So we're going to learn about 5 kings this week. One king we're going to learn about tomorrow is Saul. Has anyone ever heard of Saul?
Yeah.
Yes.
Saul, it was a really cool king. He was such a good king, but he turned bad. And we're going to learn about that tomorrow. And then someone took over for Saul. His name was
David.
David. We've got tomorrow night at this time, we're going to have a guest appearance. Somebody who's going to come and visit us, and we'll learn a little bit about David. Wednesday, we're learning about an evil king. This guy was probably the worst king that ever lived. He did some really mean things, like taking candy from a baby. He was worse than that. So his name was David. And then, he probably did. He was pretty bad. And then we learned about, on Thursday, Uzziah. Have you ever met someone named Uzziah?
Yeah.
Maybe you will want to name your children Uzziah. It's a pretty cool name. It has 2 Z's in it, like my last name. As a party, Uzziah party. Good fit. Uzziah was a good king, and he turned bad. Because he actually didn't turn bad, he did something wrong, and he had a really sad ending. We're going to learn about that. And then finally, we're going to learn about Jesus. Most of us have heard about Jesus. Almost everyone, well, I'm sure almost everyone in the world has heard about Jesus. Even, what's the year, what year is it? 2011. What was the year 1? Does anyone know what year 1 was?
Oh, I know. What Jesus was born.
One after you.
The year after Jesus died.
Okay, it was actually the year, supposed to be based on the year that Jesus was born. It's supposed to be based off of that. Anno Domini, AD, it used to be what it was called AD. Anno Domini in Latin means the year of our Lord. Even the date it came to be around Jesus. He's the most talked about person in the entire history of the world. So, was he really God? That's what we're going to find out this week. What does it mean that he's the king? So, tonight we're going to learn a little story how the kings came about, because God had chosen a people. His people, you represent God's people. His people were the Israelites. The Israelites, it's like saying the Azapardyites. And that would be all my family would be God's people. And let's say my son Josiah, let's say he had a family, so you'd call them he was the Israelites, but he'd be the tribe of Josiah, the tribe of Haley. So if you had brothers and sisters, your name would be a tribe. So Gad, Issachar, Benjamin, Naphtali, all these tribes are different brothers, all a part of the same family. And that was God's chosen people. So we represent God's chosen people. They never had a king for a long time. But we're going to learn the story about how they got their king. I think we have a visitor this evening who will tell us that story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
What happened to you, Gord?
Oh! It's the prophet Samuel!
Someone kill us.
Oh, that's me!
Oh, Samuel! Welcome! Welcome! Come on in,
I'm
Gavin.
going as fast as I can!
Nice to meet you, my friend. Is that how you do handshakes?
I'm old!
Okay. This is Samuel. His hair hasn't gone gray yet, but he says he's old and he looks like he's walking pretty slow.
Very old!
How old are you, my friend?
None of your business!
Samuel must be a couple
Wow,
thousand
yeah, that's
years old,
Christmas
because
season.
his story goes back before 1000 BC, 1,000 years before Jesus. So he goes back a long time.
Where's the wrinkle?
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the judge.
He was one of the judges. That's right. Let me finish the story. Do you know any of the judges? Do you remember a really strong guy in the Bible who ripped the lunch? Samson. Samson was a judge. Gideon was a judge. Deborah and Jephthah. All these people were judges. Judges, not like the judges we know. They're not in the court going, guilty, innocent. They're not that type of judge. The judge was like a leader. Samuel was the last judge. But didn't you have some kids? How come they didn't continue judging after you?
I was strong once. Let me show you my boys.
Hello, old man.
Come here, boys. Hey. Come in. I got some.
You got some friends.
Samples.
Oh, boys, what's your name?
What's your name? Tell them, don't be afraid.
Mind your own business. I came to see my old man, the bag of bones. He is.
Please excuse him.
Let's just introduce these. You guys should know them because these are the sons of Samuel, Joel and Abijah. So, what brings you guys here today? What can we do for you?
Well, actually, we have some sales maybe to bring about the children. Does anybody like candy?
I like candy.
Well, I've got some candy. Does anybody have any? Do you have any money? No. Oh, it's quick. Does anybody have any? I can't just give it to you for free. You must have
I got
money.
some.
You have something of value to trade. If you have something to give me, that's great. You've got a ring. Ooh, you've got some fine jewelry. I'll trade you. There you go, young man.
You just sold that box of Smarties for a ring? You got ripped off, man.
This looks fancy. I can add it to my collection.
My elastic candy is in the Look at my
Sorry, all sold out.
Guys, sit down.
It's ready. I got some scissors. If you give me the Smarties, I'll give you a haircut.
We'll share it all. How much? $10. That's a rip-off.
Hey, you got a candy store somewhere else, buddy? Pipe up and give it up.
Here's your 10.
$10.
Here, I'll show you guys.
Happy doing business with you. Open it up, see what you got. It's better tasty.
Those Smarties rock. Why is this so difficult to open? Somebody pick that up. I'm not a litter person. Yeah, pick that up too.
Make sure you share.
Yes. Okay, here. Here's some Smarties. Here's some Smarties. Wait.
All sales final.
Hey, you guys are ripping us off.
Here.
Just happened.
That's not right.
Here.
I got a Smartie.
Supposed to be our next leaders. We don't want them as our leaders.
We want a king. We want a king. Don't want a king. We want a king. No. Listen here.
We want a king. We want a king. We want a king. We want a king.
Let me tell you something. You don't want a king because a king will take your daughters and touch your hands. We want a king. No. You don't want a king. They'll send you to war and they'll send up all of the architectural structures, buildings, fees until the economy completely collapses and then you have bailouts the whole 9 yards. It's not a good sight. Yeah, but we want a king. Listen, God is our king. He's the one that led us out of Egypt. He's the one that gave us food in the desert. But kings are cool. We want a king. We want a king. Come on. You're going to regret it. We want a king. You don't want a king. No, we want a king.
How do you know what we want?
You want a king. We don't want a king. Wait, we won't want. We want a king. I will trick you. I'll tell you what. You can have a king, but you'll regret it. It'll be the worst decision of your life. We want a king! We want a king! We want a king! Let's do it! I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go find you a king. This is ridiculous.
We want a prime minister.
Oh, too late!
No,
Find that
don't
king.
do this.
I will find you a king!
Okay. I guess we get our wish. We're not going to have Samuel's evil sons as our leader. We won!
Yeah! We're gonna king.
Just like every other nation, they can lead us into war. Okay.